Hello everyone, hope all is well and welcome back. So in today's video, I just wanted to come on here and just put on a bunch of products that I really love. I just wanted this video to be a little bit more chill. Putting on makeup to me is very therapeutic, and I know that's the same for a lot of you guys, so I encourage you to take out your favorite products as well and we can kind of get ready together. And today's video is extra special because a portion of it is sponsored by Deck of Scarlet. I'm going to be doing another eye look with the palette. I was so lucky to be the artist-in-chief for this collection. This to me is still so wild. I have a few of these. One's on the fridge right now and one's hanging up on the wall right there. I can't even believe that this is real. Here's what's in the kit. So you get the full face palette with 4 eyeshadows, a blush and a highlighter, a beautiful lip gloss, and a dual-sided lip pencil. One side's a lipstick, one side's a lip pencil. I'm going to be using the eye palette today, but if you want to see all the products demoed, I'll link my 2 looks video with this whole collection up here, so you can go check that out if you're interested. Deck of Scarlet is a subscription service as well as a makeup line, and it's really nice because they're constantly expanding their range, so they keep on coming out with new products in every category, which is really nice. I really love them because they allow you to get a sneak peek of the products before shipping out, so if you're not feeling them, you can skip them, which is really awesome. Their subscription service costs $29.95 and they ship to the US, Canada, and the UK. Deck of Scarlet is also cruelty-free, paraben-free, and now vegan, which is really exciting. So before we get into it, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It would mean so much to me, and let's get to it. For my primer, I just want a moisturizing one, and I'm really trying to get through this bottle. This is the Glossier Priming Moisturizer. I have a few applications left of this. This one's just a super simple hydrating primer that's not too thick, but just has like a long-lasting moisturizing effect, and it allows your makeup to glide on so beautifully. For my foundation, I'm going to be using the Milk Flex Stick Foundation, and I'm using the shade Shell. I love this stuff for more of a perfected base. Definitely go in with a little amount first, because if you apply way too much of this, it can look cakey. That's pretty much my advice with every foundation. I just cleaned all my brushes, so this is gonna be a good application day. This is the Royal Langnickel complexion brush. You guys know how much I love this brush. I use it all the time. I love this foundation because it gives like a perfected base. It has a little bit more coverage than I usually go for, but it just looks super natural on the skin. It's my favorite. Oh, I have a little birdie outside my window right now. I've lost my train of thought. I got distracted by a chickadee. I think I was just saying that this was my favorite stick foundation I've ever tried. It just takes a little bit more time to blend it out. That's just the nature of stick foundations, I find. As you guys know, I apply most of my foundations with a densely packed brush, and then I go in with a sponge, but it's really exciting because ColourPop just released this beautiful kit of sponges, and you guys know how much I love like their original that they launched a few months ago. So this was just so exciting. I'm gonna be using this guy right here, the detail one. I really like the shape of this. So I was just washing the sponge I was using in this video, and it split in half completely while I was washing it. Like, how did that? I didn't rip it. It just did this. For my concealer, I'm going to be going in with the Milk Flex Concealer. I guess I'm really feeling the Milk products today. This is the shade Fair. I'm just going to add some dots of that, and we're going to add some of the shade Light because this one has a little bit of pink in it and a more of a yellow undertone, so I'm just going to try to neutralize it with the shade Light that's a little bit more yellow. I'm just going to blend it out with a sponge. For my powder, you guys guessed it, sticking with the theme of today, the Milk base. This is the Milk Blur and Set, and I'm just gonna, whoa, I almost dropped the whole thing. I'm just gonna take some on my sponge here. And I might actually set a few areas of my face too, since I'm getting a little oilier. I'm just gonna set slightly on my forehead. This is the Royal Langnickel blush brush, but I like to use it as a powder brush. And I'm gonna set my chin lightly, and same with this area right here, right on the apples of my cheeks and near the nose, and of course on the tip of the nose as well. But everywhere else I let it chill and let it be. Woo! Oh my gosh, what is this energy I have today? It's now brow time. You guys know the drill, so please enjoy the brow intermission. I'm just going to wipe off the excess powder, kind of tap it out a little bit too. For my blush and things, I think I want to go in with this coral blush from Dior. I really want to focus my eye look with this blue shade from the palette, and I feel like that will look really cute together. So I'm going to start off with some highlighter because I'm going to be going in with the cream one, and then the two products I'm using afterwards are powder. So this is just going to ensure that my base looks smooth and not separated or patchy or anything. So I'm just going to apply it with the sponge actually, this side that I didn't apply any concealer or powder with. I've actually been really liking applying my highlighters first because I feel like they just give a very glow from within look, especially if you layer your bronzer and blush over top of it. It just really gives you that natural looking vibe. Now I'm going to go into bronzer, and love this Wet n Wild bronzer. It's the Sunset Striptease, the color Icon bronzer. This is a newer brush to me. It's by Moda. It's the contour brush. So I always apply my bronzer in a circular motion just so that you get more of a rounded effect, because if you go like this, you get a very unnatural looking line. Yeah, this is a really great brush actually because I can kind of do the stamping thing where I want to create the wave effect. With the wave technique, I always concentrate the most amount right here, and once I'm confident that I have less on the brush, I kind of start doing dabbing motions all across the bridge of the nose. And I also like to bring it up a little bit and more near the concealer so it's not super stark under there, just with a little amount, just so that it looks natural. I like this bronzer because it has a slight shimmer in it, so then it actually looks very natural, especially when you like smile, so there's like a little gleam that happens right there. It's not glittery, it just has a slight little pearl in there. It just mimics your natural skin. How has the self-quarantine been treating you guys? I would like to know what you guys have been up to. For me, I'm naturally very introverted and I love being home. I'm a huge homebody and I also work from home, so nothing super changes for me. I would love to know if you are like an extrovert, how you're handling all of this. But now I'm just gonna move on to my blush. With all my extra time at home, I've been getting a lot more cuddles from my cats. I've been cleaning my room a lot, doing at-home workouts, having a lot of family time, a lot of time on TikTok. I've learned 4 dances so far. I've learned the super lonely dance. I finally got that one down. I can do it by myself. I don't have to watch the tutorial anymore. Every time that song comes on, I can do the full thing. Very proud of myself. I love learning the TikTok dances. I think it's so fun. Oh, I love this blush. I look slightly blotchy, but by the time the eyes are done, I'm sure that it's gonna be faded away and I'll look less red. That's just a lesson learned. Maybe I should have been a little bit more chill with this brush. I was really stippling it on there. This blush is really interesting because it looks very like bright and pale and almost chalky in the pan, but once it applies to your skin, it kind of deepens up and just kind of adjusts to your skin tone. It's really interesting. It's now the time we move on to the eye look. So I'm gonna prime my eyelids and zoom you guys in and we'll get to it. Okay, so the first shade I went in with is Hazy, which is the nice gray transitional shade in here. And I put that in the crease with this Melt Cosmetics 818 brush. And then I took a little bit of Vibe on this Moda, the smoky eye brush. I just took a little bit of that and I just wanted to deepen up the outer corner right here. I just took the tiniest amount of that. I didn't want to go in with full pigmentation. I just wanted a little bit more of a softer upper lid. I wanted the most smokiness on the lower lash line, and then I just went over with a little bit more of Hazy. And then I took the pencil that came in this collection. I was originally just going to use this as my lid color. So I just put that all over the lid kind of loosely, and then I blended it out with a clean blending brush. And I just kind of blended out the edges. And then I couldn't help myself, but then I took the shade Soul. Soul is my favorite shade out of the palette, and I just used that on my finger, and I just really pressed it into that base. I just love this shade so much. And I thought it would be fun to see what this shade would look like layered on top of that blue tone. And I kind of brought that all over the lid. I just wanted that glimmer to be all over. And then now I went in with the Melt Cosmetics Inmortal Ultra Matte Gel Liner. And I took my Smith 205 brush to create it, my favorite eyeliner brush. This is my favorite gel pot liner formula. It is the best. You can manipulate it in so many different ways. And I love how it's matte, so it just looks so good. And it glides on so effortlessly, and it doesn't smudge at all. It's just everything we've been asking for in an eyeliner for years. Oh, this brush is an Anastasia 828, by the way. And then I'm just going to clean up the outer portion with a little bit of eyeliner and this Anastasia 20 brush. I just glide it around along the edge and a little bit on top, just to get that point extra sharp. And then I went in with this pencil once again, which also looked very cute on its own. But I added this here because I wanted to add a little bit of shimmer on the bottom and also add this for extra hold of the shadow. So it made it extra dark and opaque under there. And then I just quickly blended the edges of that pencil with this pencil brush. This is the ColourPop E10. And then I went in with this Smith 253 brush, really packed on that shade Vibe, and pressed it into that pencil. I also went in with this Dose of Colors brush because it's a perfect angle to get really tight in here. And then I took a little bit of Hazy and blended that out. And then the last thing with my finger, I took the shade Breathe for my inner corner highlight. And there is the shadow all finished. I'm now just gonna add some mascara and I'll be right back. And here are the eyes all finished. They're very dramatic and smoky, which I obviously love. And the mascara I used is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lash Brag. So far I've been really liking this mascara. I haven't noticed any smudging or flaking as of yet, but at the same time I haven't worn it for a really long day yet, so I'm still testing it out, but so far I'm really liking it. But I am going to be adding some lashes just for like a fuller lash look, so I will be right back. Here's the final close-up with lashes on. I don't remember what style these are, but I know they're from ColourPop, so I'll figure it out and they'll be linked down below. But now let's move on to the lips. So since the eyes are quite dramatic and so is the blush, I thought it would be good just to go in with like a simple gloss. So I'm going to be going in with the Dior 004 Coral Lip Glow Oil, which is the corresponding shade to the blush. So I thought that that would be a good idea. So I'm just going to go in with this. It just gives like a really subtle tint. It's almost clear. I think just the subtle clear lip looks really good with this. But here is the final look all complete. I really love how it turned out. I look like an Oilers fan, especially with the blue and the orange together. Didn't really think that one through, but they're complementary tones, so they obviously look good. That is all from me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give this video a huge thumbs up. It would help me out so much. Another big thank you to Deck of Scarlet for sponsoring today's video. It means so much to me. I will also link all the products I used in today's video in the description down below as always, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye!